You've heard me say on many occasions that I get criticized a lot when I do my public speaking. And one of the things that people bring up a lot during the question and answer period is, this is a quote, by the way, you're obviously overweight, so therefore you must have an emotional problem. So how can you stand up there and talk about overcoming trauma and moving forward after sexual assault when you obviously have a problem yourself? And this is my answer to those critics. During my teenage years and during my 20s, I was very, very slim. But I always had an eating habit that was conducive to an eating disorder. When I was emotional, I ate. And when I was upset, I ate. When I was stressed, I ate. And the only difference was back in my 20s and early 30s, I got away with it because I was so active, so it didn't show up in my body. But as soon as I turned 30, I actually became pregnant with my second child. And of course, I gained just as much weight as I did the first time, but I never really took it off afterwards. And then, of course, 2 years later, I gave birth to my third child, and that weight gain that I had during that pregnancy didn't come off easily either. So during my 30s and half into my 40s, I used to go to bed every night beating myself up because I could not control my eating. I just wanted to eat all the time. Not only do I love food and I love to cook, but during stressful times and during emotional times, I really needed to eat. Now, I went through counseling, to help deal with that. And the best counselor I ever had was a psychiatrist that I went to see. Her name was Dr. Schumacher. And she said, Melissa, when you want to be slim more than you want to eat, if your desire to be slim is greater, you will lose weight. But if your desire to eat is greater than your need to be slim, then you're obviously going to be a heavy-set woman. Now, I didn't really take that at face value at the time. It was very valuable information, but it took me years before I actually got over it. So this is what happened. I would go to bed every night beating myself up because I overate during the day. And then I would promise myself that the next day I would fast in order to clean my system and, to get back on track and to balance my metabolism. Of course, the next day I'd go into the same pattern and I'd eat again, and then I'd beat myself up. And this is just no way to live. It was just extremely, extremely frustrating and stressful. So I think I was about 45 years old, and I had a profound aha moment, and everything changed for me after that. And this is what happened. I was at a fundraiser, and they had a beautiful buffet set up, and I was waiting in line at the buffet, for my turn. And I looked over at some of the diners, and I noticed this very heavy-set woman. She had to have been at least 350, 400 pounds. And she was sitting there, and her plate had these tiny little portions, like 2-3 little portions on it. And I thought, oh my God. It was so ironic, because obviously she likes to eat, and obviously she is a hefty eater to be that weight. And secondly, I thought to myself, oh my God, she's hiding. She's embarrassed about eating. And I swore, it affected me so greatly that I swore at that moment that I would never hide, and I swore this one after I got sexually assaulted, that I would never hide the fact that I was a sexual assault victim, because that is one of the things that most people do, and I wanted to be the opposite. And I thought, I will never, never hide eating, ever. And for that moment on, I never beat myself up over eating. I accept myself as an overweight woman. I eat what I want, when I want, how much I want, and nobody dictates to me what I put into my mouth. It's completely under my control. The quality of my life after this, life-changing decision has improved 1,000 gazillion %. The quality of my life is great because I never worry about it. I gotta tell you, there's nothing worse than going out to dinner with a few friends, and you're sitting around the table and everybody's looking at this wonderful menu, and I'm thinking, oh, what am I gonna have? And all the other people are talking about diets, how they shouldn't be out eating, and how they shouldn't eat this because even though that's what they really want to eat, they're on this diet and they've gained this weight and they've got to watch and blah blah blah. I am sick of talking about dieting. I'm sick of dieting. I'm sick of having to watch what I look like. I just don't care anymore. I would rather live a high quality life with less stress than to be a really slim woman, with all the good things that come along with being slim. Sure, I've got health issues that could, impede my lifestyle. Sure, I know that. But you know what? I shouldn't have even lived this long. I almost died at the age of 19 after getting kidnapped and getting raped. And for me to live this long, I'm 60 years old now, I'm just happy to be alive, and I want to live each day to its fullest. So if that means dieting and restricting myself from all the joyous things in life, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to live life to its fullest. So the secret here is to really, really love yourself in a heavy frame. You have to accept that you're going to be heavy for the rest of your life. That is what I've done. I will not hide. I survived, and you can do it too. So if you have any questions about weight issues or anything like that, please contact me in the link below. Also, please subscribe to my channel. I'll be talking about other things that I rebelliously have refused to do in upcoming videos. Thank you very much.